Welcome to our channel, where we embark on a journey through time to unearth the forgotten narratives and obscure truths of history. Today, we turn our focus to one of America's most iconic landmarks, George Washington's Mount Vernon. Host. Amidst the tranquil beauty of Mount Vernon lies a story that is often overshadowed by its grandeur, the story of slavery. Behind the facade of this historic estate lies a complex and often painful history, one that shaped the lives of countless individuals who toiled in its fields and served within its halls. Today, we peel back the layers of time to explore what it was truly like to be a slave at Mount Vernon. From the harsh realities of daily life to the resilience and resistance of those who lived under bondage, we uncover a chapter of American history that demands our attention and remembrance. George Washington's Mount Vernon is often revered as a symbol of American greatness, a testament to the vision and leadership of the nation's first president. However, beneath its picturesque facade lies a darker reality that is often overlooked: the institution of slavery. Host. Enslaved individuals were the backbone of the estate, their labor fueling its operations and maintaining its grandeur. From tending to the fields of crops to serving in the household, their contributions were essential to the functioning of Mount Vernon. Despite the idyllic image presented to the public, Mount Vernon was built on the backs of enslaved labor. These individuals endured harsh conditions and grueling workloads, with little respite from the demands of their masters. My ancestors were among the enslaved at Mount Vernon, and their stories have been passed down through generations. They worked from dawn till dusk, facing unimaginable hardships and brutality. While visitors to Mount Vernon may marvel at its beauty and historical significance, it's crucial to remember the human cost behind its success. Enslaved individuals lived and labored in conditions of oppression and exploitation, their humanity denied by the very institution that profited from their labor. Life as a slave at Mount Vernon was far removed from the idyllic image presented to the public. Behind the grandeur of the estate lay a reality characterized by backbreaking labor, brutal punishments, and the constant threat of separation from loved ones. Enslaved individuals at Mount Vernon were subjected to relentless workloads, forced to toil in the fields from dawn till dusk with little respite. Their well-being and humanity were often disregarded by their masters, who viewed them solely as property to be exploited for profit. The work demanded of enslaved individuals at Mount Vernon was backbreaking and unrelenting. They faced harsh conditions and physical exhaustion day in and day out, with no regard for their health or welfare. My ancestors often recounted the hardships they endured at Mount Vernon. They spoke of endless days spent laboring in the fields, under the hot sun, or in freezing temperatures. They faced beatings, starvation, and cruel punishments for even the smallest infractions. Enslaved individuals at Mount Vernon lived in constant fear of punishment and retribution from their masters. Beatings, whipping, and other forms of physical abuse were used as tools of control, designed to instill fear and maintain obedience among the enslaved labor force. For my ancestors and countless others, Mount Vernon was not a place of prosperity or opportunity, but rather a site of suffering and oppression. Their voices may have been silenced by history, but their stories serve as a reminder of the enduring legacy of slavery in America. Brutal punishments were a common occurrence at Mount Vernon, used by masters to maintain control and discipline over their enslaved labor force. From whipping to confinement, enslaved individuals lived in constant fear of retribution for even the slightest infraction. The constant threat of separation loomed large over enslaved families at Mount Vernon. Husbands and wives, parents and children, were torn apart without warning, sold off to distant plantations, or separated by death. The bonds of family were shattered by the cruelty of slavery. Despite the idyllic facade presented to the public, the reality for enslaved individuals at Mount Vernon was one of oppression and exploitation. Their stories serve as a poignant reminder of the enduring legacy of slavery in America. Enslaved men, women, and children at Mount Vernon faced relentless toil from dawn till dusk, their labor essential to the functioning of the estate. They tended to crops under the scorching sun, cared for livestock, and labored tirelessly to maintain the grounds. Historian 1. Living conditions for enslaved individuals at Mount Vernon were deplorable. They resided in cramped quarters, often with inadequate food and clothing. Many families were forced to share small, overcrowded spaces, with little privacy or comfort. Descendant. My ancestors' stories of life at Mount Vernon have been passed down through generations. They endured unimaginable hardships, from long hours of labor to meager rations and harsh treatment. Yet, despite the adversity they faced, their resilience and spirit remained unbroken. Enslaved individuals at Mount Vernon were subjected to both physical and emotional abuse at the hands of their masters. Beatings, verbal insults, and psychological manipulation were common tactics used to maintain control and dominance over the enslaved labor force. Despite the overwhelming challenges they faced, enslaved individuals at Mount Vernon found ways to resist and assert their humanity. They formed tight-knit communities, preserved their cultural traditions, and supported each other in times of need. The stories of my ancestors and countless others serve as a testament to the resilience and strength of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. Despite the oppressive conditions they endured at Mount Vernon, enslaved individuals found ways to resist and assert their humanity. Enslaved individuals at Mount Vernon demonstrated remarkable resilience in the face of systemic oppression. Despite the constant threat of punishment and retribution, they formed tight-knit communities and supported each other through the hardships they faced. My ancestors often spoke of the bonds of solidarity they formed at Mount Vernon. They supported each other through difficult times, sharing stories, traditions, and acts of kindness that provided a sense of hope and resilience amidst the harsh realities of slavery. Enslaved individuals at Mount Vernon defied their oppressors in small yet significant ways, asserting their humanity and dignity in the face of dehumanization. They preserved their cultural traditions, practiced their religious beliefs in secret, and even risked their lives in pursuit of freedom. The experiences of enslaved individuals at Mount Vernon are a reminder of the enduring legacy of slavery in America. Their stories speak to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring quest for freedom and justice. As we reflect on the history of slavery at George Washington's Mount Vernon, it's essential to remember the humanity and resilience of those who endured unimaginable suffering. Their stories remind us of the injustices of the past and the ongoing legacy of slavery in America. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more historical content. And remember, by understanding and confronting the truths of our past, we can build a more just and equitable future.